Today, I'm going to look at the first images that I have taken with the Nikon Z6iii. Now, I've made several videos with it, and I can tell you the video looks excellent, but I actually have not looked at these particular images yet, and these are the first ones I went out. I just went out the day that it showed up, and I just took a few pictures. So everything you're seeing right now, absolutely raw. I did this with the Nikon Z 135mm f1.8s Plena. Now that's a glorious lens, okay? It has a beautiful look to it, so this isn't a particularly great judge of the camera, but you know, looking at it right now, it seems to be a pretty nice sensor. It's really clean. Looks awesome. Now, when I loaded this in, I could tell that this was a great, great image. It's right on her eye with the eye tracking. This is animal eye tracking, and it's just right on, spot on. That's why the nose is out of focus, is because I'm pretty close as far as the 135 is concerned, and this looks freaking awesome. Now, I know from experience that my preset Moody Brown looks really good on Stella. Man, I like it so far. The eye tracking is right on. I mean, look at it. Right on. Pull that vignette back a little bit. We're just messing around with eye tracking here. I mean, it's right on her head. This is, I mean, night and day compared to the Z6iii. And I know that people have been complaining that this, as far as ISO goes and digital noise, the Z6iii may have some problems, but I have some problems with how people are testing that, because they're testing it in a fairly unrealistic way. That's not what this video is. I am doing that video, so become a member of the YouTube channel if you want to see that before everybody else, but we're making that video really soon. Ooh, this is my preset orange deep. This looks like an anomaly. It's not. It's just a super out of focus gate that's behind there. God, this looks good. And it's, I mean, it's right on her head. It couldn't find her eye. Something that you need to realize about the Z6iii, and something that really impresses me, is that these dogs, this Stella and Scruffy, they're really hard dogs for eye tracking to work on. So was Lolly whenever she was still around, because they're dark with dark eyes. And so the fact that the Z6iii is grabbing like this, that is something that it should be appreciated. Look at that. I mean, it's right on. Look at that. I'm telling you, this is the camera we've been waiting on. Don't get lost in the people that are diving way too deep into the absolute extremes. Is there truth to the extremes that people have been testing? Yeah, clearly. But those are the extremes. I'm looking at this. The files coming off of the Z6iii are absolutely stunning. Now, this is at 100 ISO, right? This is the cleanest it's going to get. And we'll test everything else out later, but this is the camera that everyone's been asking for, and it looks fine. Really, really good. This is an excellent sensor. That looks really, really good. I used Moody Brown again as kind of a starting point. I figured, in honor of all of the internet drama going around with the sepia bride, which, by the way, I'm on the side of the photographer, maybe we'll throw a little bit of a golden look on here too, to add some contrast. We're not going to edit every single one of these, but I mean, it's on it. It is on it. And these dogs are hard to eye track on. And see, I'm right there at the point where the 135 Plena is kind of getting too close. But I mean, we're just right there, and it's just nailed the eye. Absolutely nailed the eye. There's a little orange matte. That looks pretty good. See if we can get it right on rule of thirds. Not going to be able to get rule of thirds and keep her ears in there. Scruffy is extremely dark, but it did get... It got the face, not the eye. It looks like it couldn't see the eye, but it got the overall face. Got it. He's super dark, and so I had to I would have to add a couple stops to this to recover. Plus 29 on shadows, and you know, 0.8 on exposure. That's not that screwed up of a shot. It looks totally fine to me. Yeah, so far the Z6iii is, I mean, it's outperforming the other versions by such a substantial amount. Even in this, I mean, in 16 images, you can already tell. Yeah, this is a win. I'm gonna do further testing, of course, but just for this particular video, I just had to see what these first images look like. At the making of this video, I took them almost a week ago, and I hadn't got around to looking at them yet. Just been so busy making all the YouTube content, and you know that was taking priority over looking at these images. The video is absolutely awesome on the Z6iii. It's been fantastic so far, and yeah, man, it just looks good. The files look good. I think the sensor is really good. There's a little more testing, but don't get caught up in all the and all the craziness. People are pushing the cameras beyond what the best camera in the world is really designed to do. At least most of the ones I've seen. But I'm gonna do some stress tests, but you know, we'll draw a fine line between reasonable and unreasonable. So far, though, I'm really, really liking it. I think it's excellent. This is the best one. This is the best one I shot this day. If you're thinking about picking up the Nikon Z6iii for yourself, if you use the link in the description, doesn't cost you anything extra, just helps out the channel, but buy it from wherever you want. I'm Z Wade, the Z Wade, and Z Wade Photo. Stay sharp, YouTube.